It is time now for our Tuesday Consumer Confidential with David Lazarus.
Nice to see you.
Likewise.
Let's talk about drug maker Merck, okay? So they're taking legal action over drug price negotiations.
Right.
Not caps, negotiations.
Exactly. Now, this is something that's been off the table for the longest time. Republican lawmakers refuse to allow Medicare to negotiate drug prices with the pharmaceutical companies. That changed with the Inflation Reduction Act signed into law by President Biden, which includes a Medicare negotiation provision. And now the pharmaceutical industry, as expected, is stepping up. Merck is leading the way. Merck filed a lawsuit today against the Biden administration saying that being forced to negotiate drug prices with Medicare is, quote, tantamount to extortion, which I think some patients might find a little amusing coming from a pharmaceutical company. We pay the highest drug prices in the world, orders of magnitude larger than anyone in any other developed country. So the idea that they're saying that they're being extorted, okay. If you're not familiar with Merck, they make the diabetes drug Januvia, they make the cancer drug Keytruda, they make billions of dollars annually from these drugs, and they can price them however they want. Even though they negotiate prices with the private insurers, they get no pushback from Medicare, which has over 60 million beneficiaries and has the most clout of anybody. And if you're wondering, well, how do other developed countries keep their drug prices down? It's this. They've got state-run insurance plans like Medicare, and they're able to negotiate prices. These are market forces. This is the way that you achieve fair prices when supply and demand come to the table and work out a price. But in the case of Medicare, all of the leverage was held by the suppliers, and demand had no leverage, and hence you get some of the highest prices in the world. That's an issue. Now, Merck in its lawsuit paints a very apocalyptic image of what's going to happen. They say that basically the government is going to take away all their patents and force them to make deals. No. What this will do is introduce transparency to the marketplace, which is not a bad thing, and also push down prices to a fair level, which is also exactly what capitalism is all about. And if you're wondering how much money did Merck make last year, they pocketed $14.5 billion in profit, a record amount.
But it's not $15 billion.
Oh, good point. So yeah, exactly. They're just barely scraping by. And you know, for anybody who has to take meds on a regular basis, including myself, the pharmaceutical industry never really comes off as a good guy. They always say that they feel people's pain, but in fact, they charge the highest prices imaginable and really don't give people a lot of wiggle room at all. The whole idea of having Medicare involved is to introduce transparency to this marketplace and take advantage of market forces. And that's something we've been denied for decades.
I just don't understand why you have to ask for a coupon at the pharmacy these days to get the lowest price.
Yeah.
All you do you have a coupon for that? Oh, well, yes, I do.
Exactly.
Why should we even have to do that?
Precisely. It should be like buying sneakers.
Yeah, all the same.
Thank you.
More companies having second thoughts on ESG. I'd like to even say that that's maybe what's a question here. How say you about the future of social issues with companies' mission statements?
Well, Sam, what makes it so interesting is that for the last few years, we've been seeing that CEOs have been under a lot of pressure from activists, customers, investors to get more involved with social issues. And the idea here is that you will promote inclusivity and loyalty by engaging with your customers and letting them know you have a moral compass and that you can take a stand on issues that are important to your customers. At least that's what the consultants have been saying. But now, according to the Wall Street Journal, many CEOs are pulling back from that and are even being advised to do so because we've seen a number of recent examples of companies that tried to be inclusive, that tried to take stands on social issues, and instead got major backlash, primarily from right-wing circles, and talks of boycotts, even acts of sporadic violence in some cases. And this is very troublesome, obviously, for a number of levels. Just ask Bud Light, just ask the Dodgers, just ask Disney, just ask any number of companies that have fallen afoul of conservative forces simply for trying to reach out to different levels of the community, different aspects of their customer base. So now CEOs are saying, you know what, it doesn't seem like it's worth it. Maybe just better to stay in our lane, do our thing, and not get engaged socially. And I look at that and think, you know, I don't think that's the right way at all. Now, in the past, I'll admit, in my LA Times column, I had written that it's a little weird to think of capitalist entities trying to be socially aware. It seems like these are two different things. In reality, especially amidst the divisive politics that we have right now, corporations are really the only leaders we have left to affect social change. If they don't get involved and put their full economic weight behind trying to advance the agenda of whatever cause, who will do it? And that's why I wonder, is it a good thing for the public if corporations now back off just to play it safe?
I find that interesting. It's all about money talks. I mean, that's just what it is. You know, you look at the NFL and what they went through when Colin Kaepernick first started kneeling and things of that nature, and they were really just on the, you know, we're not acknowledging it, or he was getting kind of blackballed from it
Right.
until major corporations started pulling funding and advertisers started backing out. Then the NFL kind of backpedaled a bit, and that's every corporation you find.
And as I've said before, if consumers don't like the position that a company has taken, don't buy the product.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Anything beyond that, whether we're talking a huge boycott, which might be warranted, might not, or especially acts of violence, completely off the table. Don't buy the product.
Laz, this is what I was asking someone the other day who got upset about Target having LGBTQ stuff. Like during Christmas, they have a section for Christmas stuff. During Thanksgiving, like it's seasonal. So like, what's the big deal about having stuff for Pride Month?
Moreover, they really weren't taking a stand on Pride. They were just simply offering the merch because it was Pride Month.
It's going to sell. It's all about
Exactly.
money.
Just as you offer green items when it's, you know, St. Patrick's Day.
Patrick's Day.
Exactly. So, you know, it's not a big thing, but once you escalate it to that level, everything changes.